Do you decorate headwear? Do you pay attention to trends that are happening in the industry? Maybe you don't decorate headwear, but you are on top of the trends and what we're seeing in retail, and of course, what more and more brands are doing. Well, today's conversation is all about headwear and the upside down text trend. Now, this is something that is very, very simple in terms of artwork and creation, but how you can achieve this look in under a minute is what's key. So keep watching as I show you exactly how to create the upside down look. Hey guys, Kelly Walters here, and today, like I said, it's all about creating that upside down text and using the 360 to decorate. Now, there isn't going to be an artwork example in this. I'm not going to show you how to create the upside down text. All I did was actually spell the word backwards and then add the arch or the curve to it. So very, very simple. Now, we're going to decorate in two different ways. I always love showing a variety, or at least a couple of different options, because what may work for one may not work for another. And the idea is to show you just how simple and easy it is to create this. Now, today we are using two of my favorites, which is the 3D embroidery or puff embroidery, and then our CAD-CUT flock. Now, these are going to give us very similar results, right? Like we've got the curve, we've got the arch, we've also got the exact same text. But the difference is one is going to give us way more dimension than the other. The other difference is if you have a vinyl cutter or plotter, even a laser, you can create this in your studio, in your home, in your production facility, on the spot with ease. This is something where we created the artwork, we uploaded it into our artwork uploader on Stahls.com, and we went through the process of ordering our 3D embroidery. So both of these were actually created and ordered off of Stahls.com and then sent to me ready to be applied. But just know with CAD-CUT material, especially something like flock or soft foam, you can layer on top of each other to create more dimension. And of course, that roll can be in your facility and you can essentially print on demand 100, right? It's up to you. So they are going to apply a little different in terms of temperature, but we're just going to use the 360 for both applications. So the only thing we're going to need to do is turn off that bottom heat for our flock, and I'll show you that in just a minute. So let's go ahead and check out the two caps from Otto that we're using. That way you can get two completely different looks with two completely different types of transfers. Okay, first, don't freak, this press is not on, but okay, these two hats are from Otto and they are both two very different hats. But what we will notice is that there is some contrast in the details in terms of color. Now, the first one is we have a 6-panel flat bill hat from Otto that does have this really cool cork detail on the flat bill. But if you notice, both of these are contrasting colors. We have a tan and we have an olive. So one, this is going to give us a little bit of detail without being too crazy. And then of course the cork is something that's just a little fun and new. Now this hat is the 125-978, and we will use this one with the 3D embroidery. Now the next is your standard dad cap. I do have the paper in there, so I'm just going to take that out now. But as you can see, it is also a 6-panel, but unstructured. Now, this has really nice, clean piping right here, and on the top are both black. So we've got the contrast of the black with the soft tan or sand, and then of course that detail on the front. Now this cap is 22-688, and again, both of these you can get through Otto. Now there are a variety of colors on these caps. We'll use this one for the soft flock. And the reason why I wanted to use the unstructured was sometimes unstructured is just a little bit easier to decorate. However, I am definitely going to show you just how easy it is to decorate a structured cap on the 360. The soft flock will also have some freestanding elements with our letters not being attached. And I really want this text, this design, to be able to move freely on the hat versus feeling like it's way too heavy by having that 3D embroidery. So those are the details. These are the transfers. We've reviewed the headwear. Now all we have to do is go apply, and I can show you just how easy this is. All right, now that we're at our press, let's review the time and temperature for this. The first one that we are going to do is going to be that flex bill from Auto. Now what I'm going to do is flip up the sweatband and go ahead and just get that press set and ready to go. But we are at 280 on the top, 320 on the bottom, and we are going to go for a minute. Now the reason why we're doing this is because this is a much thicker emblem patch than our, say, flex style, flex embroidery, even the PVC. The other thing is we want to make sure that we are using our thicker pad versus the thinner pad that we also normally use. Now, while this is on here, our top part where we will be applying is warming up, and then that just really helps that structured front lay that much better across the heating element. All right, now what we're going to do is take our 3D embroidered patch, going to just center it. Of course, if you wanted, you could kind of line it up like this and know that I need to be pretty much right here on the Z. Now I'm just going to hold it there for just a couple of seconds. That way the heat from the lower platen can actually come through the hat and warm up that adhesive, just keeping it and locking it into place. Now, just because it's hot doesn't mean that that alone is going to make our patch secure. So we do need to make sure that we are going to continue to apply correctly. Now, while this is cooking, as I call it, we are going to continue to prep something else. I have a minute. So if you're trying to figure out what to do with that minute, whether you are prepping other logos, getting other garments ready, now's the perfect time because you don't have to do anything to this. I don't have to watch it. It's going to automatically open in 30 seconds. And then from there, I'm going to flip this lever down and remove the hat and load the other one. If you had print right on your own, there you can weed and continue to cut apart. That way you are ready for your next hat. Now, the other thing you could do is just get a second 360 and load the other one so you have two going simultaneously, being more productive and efficient in your workflow. All right, so hat one is complete. We're going to set this aside. All right, up next, what we need to do is turn off our lower temp on the press. That means we need to turn off the lower heating element. So we're going to hit that 320 and then we're going to hit off. Now the reason we need to do this is because our soft flock applies at 311 for 15 seconds. So we do not need that lower temp. Now we are going to come up to the 283 and adjust that to the 311. And I accidentally hit the 315, but as you can see, it is telling me that we have 3 minutes remaining until the upper heating element is going to be increased. And then of course, right now our lower heating element is decreasing. All right, now back to applying our unstructured auto hat. So same thing, we're gonna flip up that sweatband and glide it on over our heating element. Now, because it's unstructured, you could just let this warm up a little bit and then those fibers are gonna again mold around just a little bit. Our lower heating element is still a little warm, but when you flip up that lever, it's really just going to tighten and give you a beautiful smooth finish. Now again, we're going to take our soft flock, so the same design that I showed earlier, and I like to find the middle always. So I'm going to utilize creasing that top point of our carrier, and now I can take that line and just line it directly on the seam. Now we do not need to use a foam pad with this. This is HTV. So all we need to do is use a cover sheet, or don't use a cover sheet if you really don't want to. Adjusting my time down to that 15 seconds. And the other thing to keep in mind is we were using a foam pad. So we need to make sure that we increase our pressure to hit that 4, 5, and 6 of a medium pressure. Now, same thing, we only have 15 seconds on this one. So once this is complete, again, it's gonna automatically pop open. And I have found with flock that it really can be a hot to warm to cold peel. So I always recommend just kind of testing. Beautiful, so that was a hot peel. All right, so here is our 2 completed looks. And yes, we did have a little bit more of a pop with the red mixed with the creamer tan and then the black. But the idea that it's a very understated kind of classic combination. Yes, you could do this with neons, but the whole idea is that it's simplified. So we don't have a huge graphic going on. We don't have a lot of colors in the logo. It's very, very clean. Now, guess what? If you have your own brand or you're decorating for a brand and they want to go with a full pattern and neon colors, then guess what? Do it for them. That's what they want and that's what makes them happy. But this is the trend that we are seeing in retail. The colors on the 3D embroidery here really help complement the accents of the cork and of course the knot on the head. And then of course this is going to really just kind of pop a little bit more with the red. So tell me which one is your favorite down below. When you're looking for new ways to stay competitive in a market such as headwear or even the apparel decoration industry as a whole, even if the upside down text does not apply to you as a decorator or even the customers that you customize products for, do they know that you can create that? So think of it this way. If your customers don't know that you have the capabilities to produce something that's in retail, something that is trending, then they don't know to order from you. So whether or not staying on top of trends is something for you, think about just putting the idea out there and seeing what type of feedback you get. Of course, not every trend, not every style is going to be for every brand or every decorator, but the idea is to keep moving forward as our industry continues to grow and change. I'm Kelly Walters. Happy decorating.